folks, and welcome back to Mindustry. We're back here again at Crossroads. I hope this doesn't turn into our last place, Siege, which just took friggin' forever. But I am having a lot of fun with this one. We are making progress. It's not a lot of progress, but it is progress nonetheless. So we're going to launch in here. Once we get all of our stuff built, we're going to immediately pause. All right. So we have 10 minutes to go through and do things. Last time, I prioritized getting power set up first. And then I focused a little bit on doing carbide. I think that's still not a bad plan. I'm still going to focus on power, and we need the carbide to be able to build big things. But one of the things I've really neglected here is silicon. Silicon is so important because we don't need the thorium in theory. If I'm planning this right, the Titan, if we're looking, can use... Never mind, that one's there. But the disperse can use silicon. And we're going to need it for ground units and all that stuff. So I think instead of trying to build the towers and I'm going to stay away from breaches to the best of my ability, instead of building those things, I think I might try to just focus on making units and having big towers with the occasional self-made, just for funsies. I forget who commented about the AFIC or afflict, whatever it's called. Just saying that you basically just need 2 of these things, and if you can feed it, you're going to be golden. I don't have the surge right now to do that. But it is beyond tempting to just throw one of these boom, boom, and be done with it. I don't know how we could get it to work, but I'm sure we could. Taking a look here, if we go over to our Surge Crucible, it requires silicon, which again, we're going to focus on that. We need some slag, which again, we have that stuff, and then we need heat. The only problem we have is we don't really have that much slag. So we'll figure this all out here. I think my first chain of command or goal here right now is to get power set up. Once we have that, we're going to be in much better shape. And the reason why I also want to focus on the carbide is because for power, we need it. These guys require, just one of these requires 60 of these things. So it's not like a small test to get that going. So we need to focus on that. So that guy's going to go there. And then just double checking to make sure I don't forget anything. We have slag and the stuff there. Cool. So this is going to just flow. Nope, can't flow like that. It can flow like this, though. There we go. Power-wise, do we have the big guys? Yeah, the beam towers. We can do that. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Where we line that up with? There we go. Oh, look at that. We can. Oh, nope. I gotta do that one. Okay. I thought I was gonna be able to get away with a little bit more, but I'm not. All right. Let's get this part set up. All right. We got one item that we need. Hydrogen's going up. Hydrogen there. All right. So I need this bad boy to pump back a nice distance here. And that's just going to go flow into there. There we go. Okay, that one's set up all ready to go. Cool. We know we have a problem with tungsten as well. That was a big holdup for us before. Hopefully that's not going to continue to be an issue for us, but I love that we just have power right now. Okay, so my next goal here is to go in and build the carbide crucible. There it is. That just requires that we have tungsten, which again, I need to work on, graphite and heat, which kind of sucks. We'll figure it out, but those are, it's a lot of requirements, but we'll get it figured out. And then we will put that right there. Put a little duct router, jobby doobie right there so that I can go up there. This one, I could just feed this straight into there, I think. It's not my preferred method, but it will work. And then I need to get heat into there, which I suppose I could steal some off of this line here and get a slag heater, wherever that's at. There it is, slag heater. It just needs slag, right? Okay. So in theory, I could just flow that in. It requires 8. The carbide crucible requires more than 8. It requires 40. So I might go with the electric heaters just because I can figure that one out. The other one is going to be a lot harder. All right, so let's just do the redirectors. Nope, not that. All right, these require tungsten. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I should be able to do electric heaters just Bam, bam, bam. And how much do these provide? Is it 6? It's 3. That's so terrible. God help us. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we'll figure out if that works for us or not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing ever in this game, so we'll figure it out together here, folks, and hopefully I don't screw things up too bad. All right, so it has at least enough to go on for right now. I guess I should also make a place for it to, output its goods. Let's see. I can do this. So let's bring it over here. Oh, I need to bring it down one more. Okay. So we'll do this. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't do anything funky. But it looks like we're okay. This area might be a little hot mess. Let's find out. Okay, I think we're okay. All right. Again, I'm going to pause this a whole bunch at the beginning here because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm running scared right now, to be quite honest. I don't know how this is all going to work out. So let's take a look here and see. I can run this guy up, some water here, up and over. And what I'm hoping that I can do is set up another electrolysis machine to provide some stuff. Don't know what yet, but the electrolyzer here, because we know we're going to need more of these, and we know that we can supply those pretty easily, I think. So I'm just going to do that. Let's see, that can go there. That can go there. Cool. And now we're producing stuff. Okay. So I still need to get this part cleaned up. This is where I'm concerned about right now. It's what I need to focus a bunch of my energy on, is getting silicon production set up. So I think I'm going to move it down. I'm going to move it down, and it's not because I want to. I think it's because I need to. This area is very tight, and if I could just spread this out just a little bit more, I think we'll be in better shape overall. So that's going to be what my focus is right now, is just trying to survive this. So I'll do one there, one there. That should cover that. This guy can go away. Get rid of this and this. That one. Cool. All right, I'm going to pause again. We'll start this process. And what's going to happen here is we're going to have our duct router go right there. Should be able to pull this off of here, bring it down and over to there, and then duct router that bad boy. All right, they have power, they just don't have sand right now. So I'm hoping what I can do here, play my cards right, which is doubtful all of the time, but I could put this one in here, and then I can run this up to where it needs to actually go to be useful for us. There we go. Okay. Now I know I need to make a bunch more of these bad boys. So that's going to be our next activity here for all the boys and girls, making sure that we have all of the things, producing all of the things we need them to produce in order to be productive members of our little home here. All right, so we're going to pause again. I just want to see where I can find more of them. If I can find more, and by more I just mean do it more easily. There's a spot up here that I could do it with, but I don't want to, because this is going to be another area where we can do more stuff. I hope. I shouldn't say I think. I hope we can. So we'll do that. And we'll see if that produces, or what that produces for us. But we're at least doing that. Okay. So let's go over here and figure out our next steps. Let's do a radar thingy. All right, at least it's going to allow it to grow, and we'll be able to see what the heck we're doing. And I'm going to want a whole bunch more graphite. So we'll take care of that. I also need to start getting the plasma bores going, which requires, unfortunately, at least we have enough right now, but it's like barely on the line there that we have enough for that. But look, I can do this. Okay. That's good for us, I think. We can just take this guy, put it there, come on over, drop it into that. And then I need to figure out what exactly it needs gas-wise, or it's hydrogen. Okay, so I need hydrogen over there. Okay, that's not a big deal. We can do that. So I'm gonna replace this one with a condenser vent. That's gonna flow into an electrolyzer thingy jobby doobie eventually. We don't have enough tungsten to do anything, because why would we? Why would we have things that we need? That's just crazy talk. I don't know what I'm thinking here. And a comment a couple times ago said just spam level 2 ships. I don't use ships very often. So level 2 ship is the elude, and then that's the ship refabricator. I don't know enough about this yet. Not that one, not that one. Ship refabricator. Okay, so that's going to be the Averts. Fires twin pairs of bullets at enemy targets. Build costs. See, this is the problem. It has a really big build cost for us. We can't really do a lot that requires that right now. Locust, again, same problem. We need to conserve that right now. So I might just build the eludes just to go exploring and to be annoying at the beginning here, because they don't require all that much. It's just some graphite and silicon, which we don't have a ton of right now, but we can spare it way more than we can spare other things. So I'm gonna put that down here, I guess. I don't love the idea. I'll be quite honest with you. I don't love the idea of doing this, but I'm gonna follow your guys' suggestions, because you guys haven't steered me wrong at all so far. So I've been really happy with where we've been at following through all this. So we're gonna figure out if this actually works for us or not. And then while we're doing that, I should do ship refabricator. We just need a buttload more tungsten. All right. Beyond that, this needs to split out here. So that's going to come over. We're going to drop that all down like so. Drop that across and put it in. And that will at least start producing units for us. We also need to start exploring and getting more of all of this stuff, because we're going to need as much of it as humanly possible. All right, so we got all of that. We're making stuff, and hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully I don't lose again. But I probably will, because this game's hard. But it's so much fun. And I'm singing to myself, because I don't know what else to do. Alright, got that. Cool. Bam. 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 Bam, blam. Awesome. And then I need to go and put that up there. There we go. Okay. And what I can also do here is we can put a nice little splitter on here. Maybe a little farther down. Like, I don't know, right there. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. Shh, don't tell anybody. But I'm going to put that over. No, can't do that. Okay. Armor ducts. Somebody suggested last time, and I completely forgot they existed, because, you know, I'm not that smart. And there we go. That should help us greatly with that. We're going to take these little guys and just going to stick them over there. Or maybe over here, because this is what gets shot up first right away. We've only spent 4 minutes game time, so we're doing okay with that stuff. We are slowly building this up. Let's see, what else do we have? Do I have enough for... I do have another for one of these guys here. They just need water, and they will work just fine. All right, so first, before I do that, I need to make sure these guys are armored up so that we don't get that kind of joining into that line of stuff. And this guy can go right there. And then we can split this one off with a little boop. And then we can steal that there. Okay. That should help us out at least. I'm going to take this guy and just go exploring around our area here while waiting for our tungsten to kind of do its thing. All right. That's pretty much the extent of... I mean, I know there's stuff over here. I know we have a wall of stuff over here. We just can't get to it with our ships. Okay. So we definitely need mechs to be able to do that next part. So maybe... Should I switch my production over to mechs for these? I don't... This is the problem, is I just don't know what to do next or the order of operations that I should be following here. And that's probably okay right now, but real soon it's not going to be. And I'm going to need to figure out what the heck's going on with all of this. So... That's what we need to do next. I need to do that. I need to at least get some tanks on there. And then I should be able just to flow that straight in like so. There we go. And at least we're producing stuff. We have... Oh, we're negative power? Are you kidding me? Hold on. That can't be right. Is it right? So there's negative 44. Okay, yeah, we're down power. Okay. That sucks. All right, do I have enough to build another? I do have enough to build another one of these. I don't particularly want to right yet, but I think we're going to... Oh, is this... What's going on here? Why do you not have... Okay, you're fine. I don't know why that changed colors all of a sudden. That made me very worried there for a second. All right, so this guy can just go... That's hydrogen in there. Yep, that can just get merged right in there. All right, that's good. Then this guy can just poop and boop boop. Cool. We're gonna build another one of these. We're just gonna put it there, I guess. Because you're gonna pop that out. And then this one is gonna pop stuff over. Just need another one of those. All right, and all I need to do is join this in here. Fantastic. Okay, that's really what I wanted to make sure we're good on, so that we have at least the basic levels of stuff here. I could set up another one of these pretty easily. Not worried about that quite yet. That's a future us problem. What's going on here? Okay, you are making stuff. Okay, that's what I needed, and you require hydrogen. For a second, I thought it was gonna be nitrogen. I was gonna scream really loud, but. Luckily, I don't have to wake up anybody in my house right now because I don't have to do that. All right, so this is going to go there. That's now getting mined out. Fantastic. We will put another one probably right there. Well, reroute all this. That's not a big deal. And then this guy's going to go right there. And this one, in theory, could go right there. Okay. We have some possibilities. Not saying they're the best possibilities, but they are possibilities, which is more than what we've had for the last little while here. Okay. So we got that, boom, boom. And I guess power probably is something that it wants to have, so we'll make sure it has it. There we go. All right. That should, I hope, solve our tungsten problem. We have used 2 minutes since we last checked on our progress here. I really want to do just mechs and then the mech refabricator. All right, so these guys, it's beryllium silicon. Okay. It's a different compound or makeup than what the other one is, which is a little interesting here. Again, we've done nothing up here either. I need to do all of that still and get that ball rolling sooner rather than later. So maybe we'll take a look at that right now and see if we can start that process so that I can start building some of the bigger guns. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but it's the thing I want to do. So that's what we're going to try. All right, so not a reinforced pump. What am I doing? There we go. The vent condenser. Okay. Then that's going to go out to the electrolyzer. Put that there. Then we will get... Nope, not that. Boom and boom. Okay. Not that. I'm playing some other games right now as I do, and I'm building a factory building game here. I think it's the video for that is scheduled in 2 weeks. I want to say, this one like if you're watching this on Wednesday, I recorded this nighttime. Like I'm in it right now, but I don't always schedule them out like that. Sometimes I just I play the night of, and sometimes I play the day of. Whatever. I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm playing other games, so I'm getting a little confused on my keyboard shortcuts and all that stuff because I'm just enjoying other games right now, and yeah, we're doing all that. All right, so the advanced plasma bore is eventually going to go into there. See, like, let me pause real fast. Let me zoom in here. All right, so you can see how the lines coming off or how the zones work. You can see all those. I couldn't see if there's one behind this plant, but you can see that the red, there's definitely not one there. So I can just stick this one right there. Fantastic. This guy is going to go in. This is our hydrogen. Fantastic. I just need to make sure. Boom, we got that. And then we can extend that one out like so. And maybe put another one right there, because then I can grab a little radar jabby doobie and hopefully explore more of our universe, even though we know what's there. The game doesn't know that we know that. All right, so we got that. Cool. And that's going to expand. My goodness, I can't speak this evening. And then look at all of that beautiful, gorgeous thorium that's there for us. Okay. So our next piece that we need to do here, maybe, is the mass driver. Okay, so put that there, put that there, and then a loader jobby doobie. Bam. 1, 2, 3. This is just gonna go up here, over into there, and up into there. And at least right now we're getting actual power to, or like, see, that didn't take long to do. Like it wasn't instant. We didn't have all the resources we needed, but it worked. So that's a good thing. All right, so I need another reinforced container. Pick that bad boy up and drop it down. Okay. Then we're gonna need 2 more of these bad boys. Let's see, where does the edge of these things go? Oh my, it covers a whole bunch of area. So we're going to drop them in right over here, I think. I don't know why this passage here is so convoluted. Actually, I do. Okay, but it doesn't need to be. So we're going to get rid of all of that. Get rid of this. Okay. Now we can take this one, bring it up and over into there, and then this one can go up and over into there. Okay, there we go. So we got that. Not worried about that part of this. I have lots and lots of other worries, but that part's okay. I also need to expand my beryllium production, but that's a different problem. We have so many problems, but that's a different one we need to solve. So my next step here I need to do is get another mass driver. We're gonna stick that. I don't know if I want to do that because I know I need this area up here to route stuff if we want to build big things. So maybe I'll put that like back here. And then we do the unloader. And then we'll refire that back out. Boom, boom, boom. Fantastic. And then I can just run. I don't know why the game sometimes lets me do stuff curved immediately and other times like you have to come straight out. I don't get that, and it bothers me, but that's okay. That's a me problem, not a game problem. All right, and then we'll do that. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. It looks like I planned it like that. I know I still need to get, oh no, I got power. Okay. This has to be getting full, right? Come on, game. I know you want to let me do things that I want to do. Just please. It's your buddy here. Playing for a long time. Not getting any better. Hopefully I'm not getting worse. But I just want to play the game. I like the game. I really like the game. Let me play the game. All right, there we go. All right. So that's up and running now. Power-wise, we're still cool. All right. So I think the next thing I want to do, I don't think I can afford it, but the next thing I want to do is get this guy set up. All right, so we have thorium that's coming in. We need a lot more tungsten and stuff, but we're getting there. Okay. We're going to put some beryllium walls up around this bad boy. And I'm going to want to eventually move the defenses out, like along this area here. I think would be way easier for us to defend longer term. It also gives us some more room to build, but we're not there quite yet. All right. So we have all of that going. Taking a look at our towers here. We're getting ever closer with this bad boy. And just taking a look, just making sure I'm doing all, dotting my I's, crossing my T's. Yes, it does take thorium. It also takes carbide. Look at the damage it does if you use carbide. That's wild. And it says it's blasted too. I'm very tempted to throw some carbide into that, but we need the carbide right now. We're probably gonna have to build more power, so I want to hold on to that stuff as long as I possibly can. All right, so I want to move. Let's see. Where do I want to place this Titan at? I feel like somewhere over, maybe like right down here, provides enough cover area that substantially, hopefully, will help us out. We can water cool it very easily. I think that's the play. And then what I can do is take a duct router from here, bring it over, and just drop it straight on down. Heck yeah, that's awesome. And maybe we can get it built before our timer's up here, and we have to actually deal with the consequences of our actions. Because I could just put a couple of these next to each other, that'd be killer. Alright, what do you need? Oh, you need hydrogen. Poopy pants. Okay. Forgot about that. Closest hydrogen. Oh, we can just build it right here. I don't need to mess around. I don't need to do that. Look at this. Look, I can just go in here. I can say, hey, you know what? Hydrogen friends belong with hydrogen friends. They can go right there. It's a beautiful thing, friendship. And then we'll go in and get that bad boy into there. This one's going to go out like that. And then we're just going to throw a little router onto it. It should supply things, I think. We'll find out real soon, I guess. Come on, baby. We got bad guys approaching. We also don't have any ammo down here yet. There we go. That's what we're looking for. More ammo. All right, you got your hydrogen. Look at it. It's a beautiful thing. Friendship and love. It's a great thing to have here. So we're going to go in. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just ramble half the time. I'm sorry. But now you have water and hydrogen. It's a lovely world. We're going to put another one right next to you here real soon. I'm going to make sure this has a container on it, though, because we need to make sure we don't run out of anything. And we at least have some units too. Like we only have one tower. Like there's bad guys coming in 1 second, but we have units and we have a big old bad boy there. So we need to hopefully just sit tight for a little longer here, and we'll be all right. I also want to build the rebuilder thingy. I forget what it's called. It's over here. There it is, the regen projector. All we need for that is some hydrogen. Hey, guess what? We're making hydrogen. It's like a beautiful thing. So we could put that going without a lot of work. I think we could reroute that up and around. Do I dare? I do. Okay, so we'll do that. Go there, go around. That regen projector is just going to exist. Probably like right there. And I just need to double check and make sure they have it. I know it needs power still. Okay. Cool. And then I want to put a unit repair tower. Maybe like, well, I'll put it right here for now. There we go. It has everything it needs. So we're waiting on the bad guys here. And they're going to be escalating their production, which means we need to escalate our production. But before we can do that, we need to get more tungsten. Tungsten is our major problem right now. So let's take a look. If we did something like that, it does more than both of the, like I can throw that on there. It does so much more. What all do we need for that to work? It uses a buttload of power. And it needs hydrogen. Why does everything need hydrogen? Like everything in this world needs friggin' hydrogen. This one is not hooked up. What's going on here? Did I not hook that up? Big dummy. Okay. There we go. All right, I still need to work on rearranging this because this is a hot mess. It's not working for me. Let's see what we can do here. So let's go in there. Cool. I suppose we can just let that just flow through. We don't even need to be direct into that. That's fine. Because what I really need is this to start heading up like so. Go over there, plug into that. This one can then move up and away. And then I can put another one of these right in there. Put that there. And then I can do... How do I want to feed that out? See, this is I don't like this part of the game. This is the part that drives me absolutely bonkers. All right, let me do that. That's gonna go there and up. Cool. We got that solved, sorted, whatever. All right, this one is a problem. So I just need to do that with that one. I need to get rid of that. Okay. There we go. I don't understand it. I'm not going to ask questions. I want to ask questions, but it's not worth asking right now. And hopefully that works for us for a little longer here. We're still kind of poor on power, which is not a preferred situation to be in, but it's the situation we find ourselves in. So we kind of have to just deal with it. Our hydrogen levels overall kind of suck. I could also increase our production on... or I could start producing nitrogen and try to fire these bad boys up. That's in the atmospheric concentrator, I think. Yeah, all you need to do is provide heat. Again, I don't want to do heat. Well, I kind of do, but I'm not going to. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get some sublimates in here. That would be killer. So we know those are ozone based. So we're just gonna try to slap some basic defenses down here, I guess. So that's going to just come out like so, and we'll do that. That won't go there, and then we'll throw a little reinforce, or yeah, a little router on there. I don't even know what supplements uses there. Oh, they use oxides? Really? That's fascinating. It kind of sucks for us, but that's fascinating still. There we go. That's all I wanted. I want to be annoying. Then we can heal them all up. And then they can just go back to fight another day. Fantastic. Love that. Now, this area, it's not a lot, but it's kind of jammed up at this point just for those purposes. Let's just make sure we have some walls there, just cause. I really should have moved this back one more so that I could route that off of there so I can get more stuff set up. All right, do I dare to go in and start like maybe producing something over here and just using, I can route some silicone from that or silicone up there and across this and then maybe start producing some mechs? Does that sound like I don't know if that sounds reasonable or not. It sounds like a lot of work to get everything to where it needs to be, but at the same time, so I do a mech fabricator, give it some space, and then a mech refabricator. I also need to route tungsten all the way up there, but that's another future us problem. Got a beam tower, turbine condenser. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, baby. All right, we'll do that. That's gonna come up there. Cool. 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 And then we need to mine our beryllium here, so. Alright, all of those are hooked up. Cool. You can go there, you can go there, you can go there, you can go there. Everybody wins. Alright, so we just need silicon to go up for that, and then this one's going to require a whole lot more, but let's go ahead and at least get the routing for this thing set up. So pull this off of here, go up, up again. We'll avoid any conflicts there. I already know I have to rearrange all this. Leave me alone. And that just takes care of some of our sand backlog there too, because this one was basically shut down most of the way. All right, so that's doing its thing. What's your problem? Oh, you just don't have enough there. Oh, that's right. What do these guys need? So they need ozone. We can do that. Silicone and tungsten. That's right. We need tungsten. That's the sticking point there. All right, so we'll get the duct router for this guy. So this one starts getting fed. Tungsten is coming up in this particular belt. So we can split it off of here and then pop it up. Okay. And I should be able just to run this. Cool. Just keeping an eye to make sure no other fun things pick their way up on our journeys here. So you can see there's our... do we have carbide going in there too? Carbide is going out here. No, okay. Whew. I was real worried there for just a second. All right. We barely have any power. We're going to need to make more here. And unfortunately, we're going to have to do it to make electrolyzer here. So I'm just going to put this guy over there for now. That's going to come up and over and there. And just gonna run this like so and throw a liquid router on it. And then we need to hook this whole thing up to the rest of the electrical grid. But we got most of that started without touching any of the rest of this stuff, which is not a big accomplishment, but it feels nice. Ozone. Oh, crap. I did it wrong. I put it the wrong way. For whatever reason, I really thought we needed ozone there. But no, we need hydrogen there because everything needs hydrogen. All right, let me put that back in place. Did I do that wrong again? I think I did that wrong again. Let me just see here. Yep, I did it wrong again. My God. Okay. Do this right. My problem is I'm colorblind, and the blue and pink there, which is what I think they are, they're real close to my brain. So I struggle mightily with some of the color selections of some of the things. That's a me problem. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. I mean, that's not the worst thing that could have happened to us. It's not cool, but we're doing all right. Let's see what else we're going to do here. We can get more batteries. And we'll pull those guys down there for right now. All right, so we have something going on there. Okay, I think we're going to stop it here for right now, and we'll come back next time. We have some light production of things started, which is nice. We have one of these Titans. I'd like to get more, but you can see our resources. We're getting there. It's not the best, but it's also definitely not the worst. And we're doing. Look at all the carbide we have. We're doing okay. So I think that's where we're going to leave it here for today. Please let me know what I'm doing wrong, what I need to change, what's going on here. I know I want to do all the things. I know I need more dispersers because we don't have any. I know I need more Titans, which I can afford right now, but we'll come back to that next time. We'll see what's there. But I'm going to hold off on making my next video until this time next week. So like Thursday night or Tuesday night, excuse me, so that I can get all the feedback and we'll see where we're at. But folks, thanks as always for joining me, and I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.